Hello everybody, hello, welcome in. Lexi is around this evening, so you may hear her meowing in the background. She may even make an appearance, we will see. Hello, welcome Ashley, welcome Angie, Vera, Dawn, welcome. Lovely to have you join me. Welcome in, Leandri. Welcome. I am expecting an Amazon parcel, so I may run downstairs and grab that if it arrives. That's if it arrives. I hope it arrives today. It says it will, but things happen on Amazon. Welcome in, Paulina, and welcome Plans and Paper. Welcome. Ooh, Vera's got a studio tour video out. I will look forward to watching that after the stream tonight. I've been busy doing a bit of filming today for my Sargon colour along, and then I've been watching Station 19. As long as I give us a sneak peek of what's inside the Amazon package, if it arrives, I will be opening it with you, so you guys can get a first look at what I've got. Just uploaded, no worries. And if you guys didn't know, Lean3 Crafts, aka Leandri, has a YouTube channel, so if you haven't checked her out, definitely check her out. I just discovered that today. Yeah, I love Station 19. Yeah, I've literally just minutes before starting the stream finished season, oh gosh, 5, I think. Was it season 5? Yes, just finished season 5. Do not dox myself. No, I won't. I'll be opening it off camera and then showing the books on camera, just to be extra safe. You're welcome, Leandri. It's always nice finding new YouTubers. So the page I am colouring today is this one, which I am calling the Blackberry vase. And I've got a colour palette all picked out here, as I searched gold and blackberry colour palette and this kind of thing came up. Let me see if I can find the picture and share it with you. Colour palette. Yeah, here it is. Come on. There we go. So this was the colour that I found. I thought it was very suitable for the page, although I'm not quite sure whether I want to keep to just like the purples. So the idea is to use the purple, the dark purple on the blackberries and the lighter purples on the flowers. Let me just reposition this so you can see my page at the same time. So I'm thinking of doing the darkest purple for the blackberries and then the lighter purples for the flowers, but I may change my mind and do some like goldy orangey flowers. I'm not quite sure yet. We've got the green for the leaves, gold for the vase, and then there'll be some of that dark brown tone in there as well. And then the white and grey, I don't think I'm going to include in this page, but that is my colour palette inspiration. I will leave that up just as we have more people joining the stream now. Hi Raven, welcome in. Plans and Papers trying to get better at colouring, so maybe you can start a channel. Definitely get settled into colouring and knowing what you like and what you don't like before starting a channel. I definitely recommend that. Welcome Jess. You just got home from a very long day working and I've got all cosy in bed and seen you live. What a perfect evening. Lovely to keep you company. Lovely to have you join us. I'm just like keeping an ear out because my window's behind me where the front of my house is, and keeping an ear out to see if any van stops outside my house. Or the page. Hi Laura, you can't join this evening but wanted to pop in and say hi. Enjoy the stream. Until next time, thanks for popping in, Laura, and have a good rest of your day or evening. Looks like an interesting colour palette. Yeah, I just thought it was pretty perfect for this page. Oh, Lexi's walking in. You gonna join me? You gonna join me? Do you want to say hello? Yeah? Come on in. Say hello. Say hi, everyone. Yeah. Noisy girl, aren't you? Yeah, my mum and dad are away this week, so it's just me and Lexi this week, isn't it? So we've been having lots of cuddles. Yeah. You can see a little face popping in there. Vera's colouring the Dragon Spell page. Tomorrow will be marathon time and I'll be making some plans for it as part of the marathon. Haha, I'm scared. I'm looking forward to that video, Vera. I've been finding your challenges very inspiring, but just been thinking about doing something myself, but I'm not sure. It's a big commitment doing those challenges. Meow to you too, Lexi. Yeah, she has a cute little meow. She is a lovely little ginger kitty and she is sat on my lap. Whether she will last is another thing coming. Yeah, that's right. I'm able to chat tonight a lot. My baby's being fussy, doesn't want to sleep, even though he's tired. Be here in spirit. No worries, Raven. Take care of your baby. Tell him go to sleep already. Angie's colouring in Kokowaya Cozy Cuties book. Vera's got some wild challenges. Yeah, oh, I couldn't believe it when I was watching your random pick you a page and it was a double page spread. All I thought was, well, at least it didn't pick that crazy flower and moth double page spread, because that would, I think that'd be impossible to colour in one day. I'll show you what I'm on about. In Circle of Life here. Let me just get rid of this colour palette now. I've coloured the background of it. I don't even class it as a whip. But imagine if it randomised that one, Vera. I think that would be so hard to do in one day. To do it justice in one day would be... Ugh. But yeah, the page she did was amazing. Yeah, I couldn't believe you did it in 1 hour. It's very impressive. She did this one, which still is very daunting to do just in one day. I think any double page spread to do in one day is a lot. Yeah, that was a fun video. Oh, the book back. Also, who saw the new mythographic by Joseph? Oh, yes, it looks amazing. Let me get that up and show you all, because if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. It looks awesome. The new mythographic is mythographic Alice in Wonderland, and he's done a video showing his process of colouring it. Ooh, let me get it up. Here it is. Tiny video. Can you see it? Yeah, this is him drawing the cover. And it looks amazing. And he says in here that it was the first time he actually coloured the cover. This is the first time I did the colouring of the cover, which I would have thought that they'd coloured their own cover. Yeah, look at that. So let me try and make this bigger. It's kind of stupid. It gets bigger, then it gets smaller. That's as big as it's going to get. That is the cover. Looks awesome. You might be buying your first mythographic. Yeah. I am looking forward to finding out more details about that, but that is quite a ways away from being released. I did write it down in my journal when it is coming out. I think it's October next year. Or am I getting confused with a different book? I might be getting confused with a different book. 30th of June I've got written down here. Doesn't mean that the date won't change, as they do often change, but 30th of June we can expect to see that one. Must buy, yeah. Love his characters he does, yeah. He's a really, I think, simplistic way of drawing characters, which is nice. Right, let me start colouring now. Yeah. Lexie's just doing a little muse on my lap here. But for the colour combo for the gold, I've got espresso, green ochre, artichoke, yellow ochre and cream. And, oh, let's actually start. Let's start with an easy part. And tell us about it, Lexie, exactly. She will sit with me for a bit and then she'll go away and then she might return later. She doesn't like it if I move, but she will sit and I will colour with her sat on my lap for a bit, which is nice. So I hope everyone's day has gone all right. Had a nice, just chilled day at home. Ashley's at work still. How much longer have you got left of work, Ashley? Let me just try. I'm going to zoom you in a bit so you can see what I'm doing a bit better. Focus, please. There we go. There we go. Now you can actually see what I'm doing. You've got 2 hours, 27 minutes. My cat's called Lexie. That was the name that she had. We got her from Bath Cats and Dogs Home, which is a rescue charity. And Lexie was the name she had, and we thought it just suited her well, so we kept it. Hi Moira, and hello Amanda, welcome in to both of you. Vera went shopping in Rotterdam. You got a DM from a digital colouring book who is also Dutch that she saw me in a store, and I was like, wait, why didn't you say hi? Oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I know who digital colouring book is. That's crazy. You got to be one of the first colouring YouTubers that's like been spotted in public and been like, oh, fan. That is crazy to think of. Something I wonder in my life, like, if someone heard my voice on the streets, would they recognise me? And you had a nice lazy day. Shoulders are sore from the gym yesterday. Increased the weights that I'm using for shoulder presses and arm curls. Sounds good, Angie. Leandri is busy putting away all the pencils and markers you used on her Enchanted Galaxies page. And I'm going to get ready for the next one. Oh yeah, what did you say was next? You had something else after the Enchanted... Was it Il Kirby? No, the cubby is what you're doing after that, isn't it? Ashley finally got down what my boss needed. Got Amex to get hold of the UK hotel to get it together. I need to pop on my glasses because I'm struggling to read. It's just when it gets to... I wear them when it's like low light. Just helps me focus better. I tried the Woomer pencil. Things about them, Amanda. Really good things. I know he really likes them. I think Colouring with Kay has used them a lot. Lucy Colours 2024 likes her Woomers. I think Colouring with Amy, if I'm right, has used them as well. So weird. My mum was like, "Oh, I'm famous." You are famous. Hi, Kate. Oh, my mum's in chat. Hello, mum. Yeah, my mum's Elizabeth. It's got your full name on it, Ma. I did wonder if you might be watching me. You've heard of Woomers. Woomer contacted me and asked me if I wanted to review them. I said yes, but I hadn't heard much about them. Oh, that's exciting, Amanda. Yes, I'm sure you'll enjoy them. I think they're similar to like an Arteza or an Artex, that kind of pencil. But I've heard good things. Oh, and my grandma's watching. Hello family. My parents have gone on holiday with my grandma, so they're watching from the other side of the country. I don't know if you heard, Mum, but Lexi's with me. She's on my lap. Oh, multiple people with Mum's called Elizabeth. Get on with the colouring and stop talking. All right, Mum. Leave me alone. So supportive family, love it. Yeah, they're a good lot. Hi, welcome in. This is one of my favourite Hanna books. I've just recently got it. I was very kindly sent this book by a viewer. So if you're watching, thank you very much again. It's my first page coloured in here. I haven't tried those either. I tried the Castle Art Pastel set and I was rather impressed. Oh yeah, I did see your post. At least now your parents know you aren't breaking the house down. I mean, I think they knew that already. I'm not daring enough to do that. Meow 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 purr. You're currently colouring the September page in Tiny Year. Oh, that one's fun. I love that magazine. So good, and it's got loads of pumpkins and vegetables, that page. I think I flagged that as my favourite in the Tiny Year. How Lexi goes, she's doing okay. She is currently sat right here. Let me just tilt the camera slightly. And now we can see her on my lap. See, she's all nice. Oh, moving it back. She's got a bunch of people hiding in the closet there. There's a party. Get out of the closet. You think I've got room in my closet to hide people? I don't. I'm avoiding this central bit, if you couldn't tell. It's been very rainy for us here today, so Lexi has spent most of the day on my bed asleep. She did go outside for approximately 2 minutes this morning and then 2 minutes this evening as I was making my dinner, and then quickly ran back in because it started raining. So calming and relaxing, sitting on your knees. Oh, and now my dad's here. Never mind room in the closet, it's getting past the mountain of books. True, true. With alcohol in the closet, more like alcohol markers. It's warm here, 81. Oh, what's 81 degrees? 81 F in C. 27. Oh, that's lovely temperature. I think it's like, what does this say? 15 degrees C here. Moving on to our next colour, green ochre. Just bringing that colour in more. I actually really like colouring metallic objects. I find it quite fun and relaxing. Especially when it's symmetrical things like this, it's quite easy. You're a weirdo, you like the smell of alcohol markers. Yeah, I don't mind them. I wouldn't say I love it, but I don't mind it. I love the smell of pencils. Especially polychromos and Faber-Castell ones, they smell good. Sometimes I'll just smell books. It makes me sound crazy. Welcome in, our junkie. New to the colouring community. Hello, hello. Mum's off. Can't fit in my closet and you got a cider by your side. Well, you enjoy your cider, Mum. I am not drinking as it's a work night. I was tempted, but then I was like, no, you've got work tomorrow, Jess, and early start as well. Bye, Mrs. Jess. Still haven't heard the doorbell go. It said my package is arriving between 6:15 and 8:15. Bye, Mum. Mrs. Bumblebee would have been better. Yeah, Mrs. B. It works with our surname anyway. The majority of the time the Amazon parcels will arrive when they say they will, like in the time frame. But a couple of times it's happened where it will say it'll arrive and then the time goes, it comes and goes, and alas, I have no parcel. And then it arrives the next day. Not too worried though. The one that I was really anticipating was the Cozy Witch Tarot, which arrived yesterday, which I do have a flip through of that on the channel. Someone commented on a video saying they thought I would like it, and I was like, ooh, let me have a look, and I was like, I love it. Let's get it and try it out. You're waiting for Alien Worlds. They sent me Fragile Worlds by mistake last night between 6 and 8:30 for me. That's so annoying. Did you already have Fragile Worlds? Should I keep it as an apology? You already had it, otherwise I wouldn't have bothered. Had to send it back. Yeah, often if they've made a mistake, they'll just be like, oh, you can keep it and we'll send you a new one. I mean, Amazon quite often do returnless refunds, or they'll just refund to your Amazon account, and as I order quite a lot of stuff from Amazon, I'll take that. Means not bothering to go out and to the post office to send the package back out. That's fine by me. Are you using gold colour? Yes, I am using a gold combination of pencils. These are Prismacolors. I'm using espresso, green ochre, artichoke, yellow ochre and cream. So I start with the darkest colour on the outside and then just bring the colours in towards the centre. The lightest colour being right down the centre. I work in light layers. And by light layers I mean 2 layers. Where the first layer is light and then I build up the intensity on the second layer once I've got a map of where all the colours are going to be. Right, moving on to artichoke now. Yeah, I thought they were going to do that, but they asked for it back. It was only a £5. I got Royal Mail to pick it up from my house. Oh, that's all right then, Amanda. You didn't have to go out of your way for their mistake. Yeah, it's odd that they did that. I suppose it probably depends who you speak to on customer service, whatnot. It's looking great, thank you. Looks amazing already. Honestly, I'll just leave it like that. It's nowhere near done. We got a long while to go yet. No, not that long. Don't know what I want to have accomplished by tonight. Maybe get half of the leaves done, blackberries done, I'm not sure. Definitely I'll get all this gold vase done. I'm not sure what else. I'm going to start another Kirby tonight after I put baby to bed. Which Kirby? What are you planning on starting? One from your plans? Oh, I just realised I haven't got a protector sheet. Oh, it's the second time I've done that today. I think because I've been doing light layers, yeah, nothing's. The reason I always put one behind is that sometimes with harder pressure the pencil can sort of, not pencil, the line work can transfer over. You can just erase it, but this prevents you having to do that. Just putting a sheet in between. Yes, from your plans, Imagine Morphia, the hair and mushroom page. Oh, I loved colouring that page. I know you said you weren't that inspired by it. I've did that one a couple of years ago. It was a lot of fun. I would say I'm surprised Lexi stayed this long. Now I've said that, she'll probably run away now. Seems to often be the case. Like the amount of times I'll message someone and show a picture and be like, look, I've got Lexi on my lap. And then literally a minute later, she's off. He wasn't too happy when you got that one. I think there'll be too much brown, red and green. I have shown it in other videos, but I can show it again if that is what you're hinting at. I've got it in colour Morphia. Here it is. It's very bright. Oh, let me zoom you back out. See, there we go. So there's definitely lots of greens, but I had fun colouring the hairs and using some lighter browns. Lots of bright reds and a bright blue soft pastel background. Yeah, I really enjoyed colouring this. I think I got to the end and I was like, oh, it needs a background, I think, but I didn't know what, so I just used a soft pastel. I think I should have either gone darker or lighter with the soft pastel for it to complement the page better. It's a bit Pam out there, but yeah, it was fun. This was February 2023, so quite a while ago. Oh, thanks everyone. What do I use with background? Yeah, soft pastel. Yeah, I think black would look really cool for that background. I think it'd make it have a really nice contrast with everything. Looking at it now, I'm like, ooh, I could do mine black, but I'm not going to it now. Come on. I'm thinking of doing a black background for this page, actually. Come on, book. Get back on the shelf. There we go. You're welcome. Oh, welcome, Chrissy, Wilcox Mama. Zoom back in. Come on. There we are. You always love black backgrounds. Yeah, they do have a nice way of popping on the page. I think as this one is going to have quite dark colours, I think it will contrast really nicely. So simple but so effective, especially on Kirby pages when it's so busy already. Exactly, yeah. It's a nice way to just contrast. It makes any colour you've used just pop, whether it's bright, pastel, dark, muted, like everything just pops. I was looking at this page and thinking, okay, how could I transfer the colours across to this one? And thinking about ideas for that, and I think this would look really cool with like a gold metallic paint, like circular background here, and then black on this one, just so you've got something different rather than both being black. Be right back, putting baby down. No worries, Amanda. So I'm leaving this motif uncoloured for now. I'm going to go over it with the gold, but I'm going to do that at the end. Right, going in with my next shade of pencil, and this is yellow ochre. And this really kind of brightens it up and makes it actually look like yellowy gold. So I did a test here, this sheet of paper. Oh, my camera's been a bit delayed there. And this top one used the yellow ochre and the bottom one didn't. And the bottom one looked a bit greeny with the green ochre. The green ochre it's not exactly green, but it has, just on its own it looked kind of green. But with the yellow, I thought it looked a lot better. So I decided to do that, include the yellow ochre. And you can play around with different browns. You need a nice dark brown for the darkest shade, and then just varying shades of brown, then some yellow or orangey yellows, depending on the kind of gold you're going for. I tend to go with this combo though: espresso, green ochre, artichoke, yellow ochre. I like that kind of antique-y looking gold, which is the kind of effect this gives. Hi Mandy, welcome in. About to get my toddlers up. Miss those baby years so much, but love these little humans so much. No, oh, that is cute, Chrissy, yeah. I mean, every age has its perks. I think I've asked my mum before what age she liked best, and she goes, well, when you're a baby you're annoying, she get crying. When you're a toddler you wouldn't sit still, and when you're a child you started having opinions. Like, every age has its nice things about it and its annoying things about it, so just every age should be treasured for what it is. Use artichoke. I have to try green ochre sometimes. Yeah, I find green ochre is just the shade above artichoke, so it works well with these gold pencil blends. Oh, she just let out a grunt. I watched your video on untouched books. I just added some more to my untouched. I have 36 now. I have a total of 169. That's not too bad of a percentage. I mean, what percentage is that? Let me work it out. 169 divided by 36. Nope, other way around. I do this all the time. 36 divided by 169, and then times that by 100. So 21%, pretty good. Less than a quarter untouched, Mandy. Am I doing a background too? I'm thinking of doing just a black acrylic paint background for this page. I think that will look nice. Agreed. Seeing the people they are becoming is worth everything. Exactly, Chrissy. And as they're growing, they're developing their personalities more and more with every day. I was watching Shell's colouring updates today, and she was talking about how she was hadn't been colouring this summer because she was spending time with her son, and I was like, girl, you spend your time with your son. Like, you treasure that time with him. Like, you're doing this for a hobby. Everyone will always be waiting for you. Well, we can still miss people on the internet, but allow them to have their lives. Oh, Ooh, ooh. When I was a baby, my mum didn't need an alarm clock. I woke up on the hour every hour. Surprised she went on to have my 2 brothers. Oh gosh, Angie, yeah. Thank you for telling me, Jess. No worries, Mandy. If you're ever wondering how to work out the percentage, it's the total books in your collection. It's the total number of untouched books divided by the books in your collection times by 100. And that's how you work out the percentage. Hi Jen, Plan Create Cope, welcome in. And hello Cyan Rose Colours, welcome in. Anastasia, I don't know if I've welcomed you in, but welcome in as well. You have 1 page left and it will be my 4th book done this year. That is so exciting, Anastasia. What an achievement. I'm on track to finish my 1st book, and then I think I'll finish 3 or 4 books next year, which is really exciting because I've got 2 project books that are on track to be finished next year, and then 2 other books which I'm planning to finish, but I'm not sure if I will. I will see. Sorry, just had a sip of drink then. Do I have Hannah's new book like Atlantis and Merry Christmas? I've got the Christmas one. Love that. I haven't got Atlantis, and it's just one that doesn't appeal to me, to be honest. And that's okay. You can admire. I think the artwork's beautiful, but the underwater, lots of underwater pages, and it just doesn't appeal to me. Often I don't get the water-themed books by artists. Like Rita Berman, I don't have her water book. Johanna Basswood, I don't have Lost Ocean. Who else has water-themed books that I don't have? Just think of another one just now. A Million Sea Creatures by Lulu Mayo, I don't have that one. I don't mind colouring water scenes, but I don't want a whole book of water scenes. And with my collection, I try and think, okay, would I want to colour this book over another book I already have in my collection? And if the answer's no, then I won't get it. You're trying to get none for 2026. You are on the right track, Mandy. My question is now, what do I do with the done books? Anastasia, you put them on a pedestal and admire them every day of your life. I don't know, actually. Have a little separate special shelf or special place in the house to store them. And then you can flip through and admire them every now and then. Don't know what I'm going to do with mine. That's a good point. Seal it up and put it in an archive. Wow, guys, I'm nowhere near finishing a book. That's okay, Leandri. Lots of us have been colouring for years and still have yet to finish a book. It takes a lot of time. But for me, this year with 50 Mythical Miniatures, I've really focused on it. And by focus, I've been doing about 4 pages a month. There's some months where I've done 5, some months I've done 3 or 2. But with the amount of pages I have left, I need to do 4 pages a month, apart from December where it's just 2. Because I am in total 4 pages behind what the hashtag is that Melissa's running. I've really enjoyed it, but I definitely don't want to focus on completing another Camellia book for next year. I did think about it and I was like, oh, is Melissa going to do another one like this, like a hashtag like this? But I thought, no, I want to spread my love between the Camellia books more next year and use the time that I was spending on colouring in 50 Mythical Miniatures and doing more prompts again. Either Yolanda's, or I've got an idea to do some of my own prompts. Just like a generic prompt list. I can have in a jar next to me and I can pick prompts out of. I've had this idea for a little while and I've been generating a little list. Just going, okay, I feel like colouring a camellia page, pick a prompt out the jar and then go from there and start hunting. Just to try and get through and show some love to my books, or all my camellia books a bit more. I've also got the 50 Zodiac miniatures hashtag, which I will continue doing next year until that one's completed. Should be just over 2 years to go. We will have done about half by April of next year, and then we'll do the other half, and then it's just the couple of extra pages. Oh, I've just realised I've completely missed doing some coats on these smaller bits here. So going back into my artichoke. The yellow ochre. Do I keep them in my book list or start a different list so I make sure I don't get the same books? What do you use to list your books, Anastasia? Oh, the prompt jar sounds fun. Yeah, I've got this idea in my head of just like doing it as a resource for you to download on Ko-fi. Just a list of prompts that you can print out, use yourself, or you could add them to a wheel and spin the prompts that way. But yeah, it's an idea that I've been sort of thinking about. I've always got ideas. You learned how to use the bookshelf app by me. Mandy has been colouring since 2016. Oh, sorry, I did miss a few comments. Do I plan to Christmas time to do a colour along live? Absolutely, Trinu. I will be doing hopefully several Christmas pages in December. I am looking forward to having a December this year where I'm not insanely stressed out and busy at work, because work won't change for me with it being Christmas, whereas at my last job I worked at this safari adventure park called Longley in the UK, which if you're in the UK you might have heard of it. It's an animal park and has this festival of lights, which is elaborate lanterns, and they have a light trail, and we have 7,000 plus days, and it was so busy, so stressful, so tiring that I just never had any, or didn't have very much energy for colouring outside of work. But this year things aren't going to change. You don't have more clients as a carer just because it's Christmas. It's their same lives. Jen's planning on working in Fragile World and not planning, I just read your name. Jen's working in Fragile World and loving it. I think it'll be my first finished book, to be honest. I've been loving, or I'm really enjoying watching, who is it? Ink and Hue colouring. She's doing that front to back. I think it's a really fun project. I'm doing another page in Fragile World this month. Looking forward to it. It was a book that I neglected for a long time and I absolutely love it and really enjoy working with Albert Duras in the book, so I think keep doing that. Hi Ruby, welcome in. You love the bookshelf app so much for organising my books. Me too, Saturn. I think I want to go even more into my organisation with the tags there and start adding tags to my books for themes, like ones with space pages, mermaid pages, Christmas, Halloween, spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then I can track things there and have a look at that. Jessie, you're not finishing the page that you started last week? Oh, I finished it, Ravia. I did finish it. I did share a picture on my community tab. Oh no, Lexi's going to get up and go. Lexi's leaving us. To be fair, she did well. She was there for a good 40 minutes on the stream. Means I can cross my legs now. But I finished it. Here, let me show you. This is Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love him. Oh, let me zoom you out. There we go. I love colouring this. I did the background with you on stream last week, and then I just coloured the bee myself and did Winsor & Newton silver ink splattered in the background, which made some large splodges, and used some of the Gansai Tambi silvery gold metallic paint for the stars, and on the lightsaber I used a thin coat on the lightsaber so you could still see the colour shine through. Yeah, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love him. So yeah, I did finish that off. I did mean to show you at the start stream, but I forgot. Anastasia has one Christmas book because my mum shamed me having Halloween books for no Christmas. I mean, have whatever brings you joy, Anastasia. How is Zoe doing? I hope she's well and feeling better. Zoe's on holiday at the moment. She's gone to her mum's for a bit, so she's staying with her mum, and I'm sure she's having a lovely time with her mum. So she's just away and busy at the moment. What evenings are there live streams? I'm planning on starting one every other week from October. Ooh, Vera. So Monday is Steve, Polly and Amy. Tuesday, Zoe and Steve do a Lego stream. But that's it. Wednesday and Fridays I stream. Sundays Yolanda streams. I don't think anyone does Saturday or Thursday. Like, not that I know of, or not that I watch. And Amy does, for us, it's Monday evening. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday evening, I think. It's confusing because she's in the future, so her days are different. But then what our days are. What pencils am I using for this page? The Prismacolors I'm using on this one. We started the tag thing, but for authors and horror for now on the app. That's nice. I sort my authors in the series option, so you can add it to a series, and then in my filters I can filter through the authors that way. You're basing your orangutan and koala double page right now with Neocolor 2s. Sounds good, Jen. I want to get some Neocolor 2s open stock, so I am going to place an order with Cult Pens. I am very, very sad because I placed an order with Cult Pens. I had 3 Neocolor 2s on there, and I bought 6 clear glaze pens, and they emailed me saying, sorry, there's going to be a delay. We're waiting for a new shipment of the glaze pens. And I was like, no worries, I understand. And then they emailed me yesterday saying that they were really sorry, but they can't get hold of any more glaze pens as they're discontinued. And my heart broke. So I've cancelled that order, requested a refund. And then I think I'll order a bunch of Neocolor 2s just to justify the shipping, because Cult Pens has a 3 for 2 sale on at the moment. But yeah, I'm getting some pinks, purples. I've got 3 blues, so maybe some greens, oranges, reds, just to build a very basic set. I don't want to go too crazy. A generic prompts list for community books could be so good, or like the scavenger hunt you do for Lulu Mayo. Yeah, the idea is that you could use it for any book, really. That you could just use it for a scavenger hunt, like, oh, I want to find a cat, I want to find a chair, I want to find a ball in a book. For those of you with smaller collections and can actually search through, because I used to do Olga Rani's finding colour prompts, and then I got too many books, I couldn't look through them all. Hi Lucy, welcome in. How's your baby? Your little girl? He's gorgeous, love the background. Thanks everyone. Ashley's got the schedule. Amy's streams are too late for me. Yes, Saturday because I work when she streams. Ah, there you go. I will, Vera. Ashley's going to send Vera a list. Lucy was lucky to get clear and black glaze a few weeks back. Yeah, I think Hunky Dory still has it. But I've been trying to find alternatives and I cannot find an alternative anywhere. like a non-glaze pen. There's like 3D jelly pens, which are lots of different colours, but no clear one, and that's so annoying. You're still in hospital, but she's getting there. As long as she's improving, Lucy, that's what matters. You take all the time you need to in the hospital to make sure that she's ready for the world. Oh, I missed a comment about. You have a few neon-coloured twos, but I don't like them much. Prefer paint out of a tube or pan. Fair enough. I quite like being able to handle my mediums and putting them on that way rather than just using water. I don't know, I'm still not great with watercolours. Haven't quite figured out how to use them. Welcome, Thomas. Thanks for joining. You're gutted about the glaze pens. Maybe we need to petition to bring them back. Yeah, I think we do. I don't know how one starts a petition. Or gathers enough traction for a petition, but the colouring community it is such a shame that they discontinued them. Well, the fact that they discontinued them and already like the stock is very quickly sold out in a lot of places just shows how popular they are. I'm just annoyed because I'd only just started really using mine and slowly had become a little bit obsessed with them, and now I can't anymore. Has anyone tried the Faber-Castell water-soluble art crayons? I haven't, no. There's the gelatos, maybe? Are they? I don't know. Those are Faber-Castell, aren't they? That gold is amazing. It's so hard to get a smooth blend on gold. I do a light layer to base everything, so I map out where each of the colours going. Then I go in with slightly harder pressure for the second layer. 2 layers is about all I can be bothered to do. And it tends to work out okay for me. They need to give us a reason why they discontinued them. Yeah, I know. It does seem a bit sudden. Like a whole entire range of pens. Like, even if they just limited the range to a couple of colours that actually did sell well, that would be good. I'm sure the black and the clear and the opaque white are probably their best sellers. You've got the gel crayons, but a different brand. Never heard about them until last month. Hi Tamara, welcome in. You just got back from the doctors. How am I doing? Didn't realise you'd be on today. Yes, so my schedule is Wednesdays and Fridays at 7:30 BST. It's a bit different the last couple of weeks because I wasn't well, but I'm back to normal now. The retractable pens are taking over here in the States. They're handy, but mine are drying out. Which retractable pens? Yeah, because the glaze pens, well, they weren't ever as easily accessible here in the UK, and I think they're a bit more expensive for us. Like, we couldn't get them on Amazon really. So when they disappeared from Amazon, That was nothing too crazy. Jelly roll. Ah, didn't know. Maybe they're bringing out a new similar product to the glaze pens. I did see something about that. There was something where it was a pack of 3 pens, I think called Black Effect or something like that, or Shadow Effect. And someone said, I wonder if these are replacing them, but someone in comments, I don't know where I saw this, it might have been on Reddit, because I did a lot of research the other day trying to find an alternative. But someone said it doesn't seem like they are a replacement, as one of the pens in that set is just a glaze pen. But I do hope they're doing something, because it's always a shame when brands discontinue things, but it's especially when it is the only product like that that exists. If you could find it somewhere else, fine, fair enough. It may not be the exact same quality or the exact same brand that you were used to, but at least an alternative exists. For this, an alternative does not exist. I cannot find a clear 3D jelly glaze effect pen anywhere. Colours exist, but not a clear one. You have 3 jelly rolls, and that's because Michael's here in Canada now carries them. Oh, Amanda's just received her parcel. Yay, they sent the Alien Wells this time. Oh, I want to check my Amazon. Oh god, it's now dark. I just want to double check to see if I haven't received my package yet. Your orders. Package. Oh, it's been delivered. Silent delivery. They must have done the old dump and go. Right, I'm going to pop you on my Be Back Soon screen, because I'm going to grab that parcel and go for a wee at the same time. So just give me a couple of minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I've got my package. Right, let me zoom you out. Oh, way too far. This app is good, but it's annoying. Right. Package was just a little bit soggy. I mean, I've got a covered porch. But let me just move this book to the side for a moment. And then I wonder if you can tell what I've got from the back of this book. Let me see what time. They left yours in the porch, didn't even knock. Yeah, they didn't knock or ring the doorbell. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I mean, most of the time they do just dump it and run. But sometimes they will knock, sometimes they don't even bother. Or they'll ring the doorbell and then just run away. Do we get deliveries this late? In Italy, you don't get them after 6 p.m. And so we get them up till 10 p.m. Usually the latest window I have is until 8:30 or 9. I've never seen them deliver up until 10, so they probably try and get done before then. I'm sure they do. Have you tried Amazon for the clear pen? Yeah, Amazon UK has never really stocked the Secura Glaze pen, or it has, it's been so. Anytime up until 10 p.m. Here in Canada you can get up until midnight. Oh my gosh, that's really late. Like, people go to bed before, from like, I'd say from like 9-10 p.m. people go to bed. We've Communia's new Halloween book coming this Saturday. Lovely. Mine's arrived at Zoe's house, I just need to get it. Here is the first book I got, Matchstick Mouse, a cookbook colouring book. And I don't know why I didn't get this when this first came out. I just didn't. I think it was because I hadn't coloured a single Morgan O'Brien page so far this year. But then I saw this on Yolanda's collection video and she flipped through and I was like, okay, it's lovely, I need to have it. I will try and get a page done this month. I'm going to get my other Matchstick Mouse ones done first. See, I like how you've got pages which theme together over several pages. So collecting the apples, she's chopping up the apples and getting the seeds out, and then she makes an apple pie. I like how we've got this little almost story. I love this one of the ramen. That's really fun. The bees. This was the first like teaser image he put out and was like, guess what the theme of the book is? I don't think any of us would have guessed that this was a cooking themed book. I think we thought it might be Matchstick Mouse, like helping hand, or chores, or work, or something to do with that, but I don't think anyone guessed cookbook. You didn't know about this book? Yeah, it was released, I want to say like March, April, May. It was someone in this, it was a while ago. It was a while ago. It will just say the date in this, it won't say the month. Got this one, the cute lemons. Helping a little guy here. Macaroni cheese. I love macaroni cheese. Collecting some wheat. It's got some quite nice simple pages in here, which I appreciate. Making some dough. And then watching the bread in the oven. Or like this, making pizza. We make pizza every Saturday. Cooking the pizza. And then eating the pizza. That might be one of the first ones I do. I just really like it. Ooh, we got her picking some grapes. Is she gonna make it into wine? Yes, she is. And then she's pouring the wine. So it's like you've got 3 images which are connected to each other, and then some other random ones which are nice. Ooh, a nice fruit salad, or like an acai bowl, something like that. We got some, handing out some posters, it looks like, maybe. Rolling a Swiss roll for Bake Off. Eating cinnamon buns. Ah, she was making cinnamon buns and now she's eating the cinnamon buns. Love that. Love cinnamon buns. Collecting corn. That one's really cute. Good one for autumn. Making popcorn. Oh, I love that page with the strawberries. Love colouring strawberries. We've got peanuts here. Lots of nuts with the squirrel. Eating some jam sandwich, peanut butter and jam sandwich, could be anything really. We got her planting some seeds here, and then they've grown into huge lettuces that the snails are taking over. Washing some vegetables at the sink. Chopping the onions and crying. We had a really bad batch of onions recently, which whenever me and my mum cut them, we'd be like, oh, it's so sad. Just, they're so stinging. I don't often cry with onions, but this batch I did. Making some sort of soup or chilli or stew or something. Oh, I like the pancakes one. It's be good to colour for Pancake Day next year. Probably save it for that. Don't know when it is. It's usually around my birthday, sort of mid-February. I like this dumpling one. Is that it? That is it. So yeah, I really love this book. Glad to finally have it in my collection. Oh, let me read the comments. I think it'd be cute if Morgan O'Brien came out with a calendar that you could colour for each month. That'd be great. It's a great idea, Tamara. I'd love to see him do a seasons book where it's all the seasons in one book with his kind of more updated colouring style. Why is my chat glitched out? There we go. Amanda got a bunch of PDFs from Morgan. I didn't want to wait for the physical copy, lol. It's much more cost effective now because of the price increase for Amazon printed books. This one cost me, I think it was £9.59, almost £10, when they used to be £6-7. I mean, it's worth it. Like, his artwork's lovely, but it's just that's the Amazon price increase, not his price increase. I think if you bought from his Ko-fi store, I think it's like £4 plus that you've got to spend on them. It's really affordable and definitely worth it. But I wanted to have a book with the nice spine and would look nice on my shelf for it to be matchy-matchy, and I don't really have a good printer, so I'll get this. You're tempted to get some of the Matchstick Mouse books, they are great. I recommend my rank and rate video for seeing potential books that you might like. I think some other people have done rank and rate. Yolanda did a whole collection video. She couldn't rank them, which fair enough. But she shows all of them, because I don't have all of Morgan O'Brien's books, but she does. And who did another rank and rate? It was Lil at Colouring with Lil. So I recommend watching those to see which ones you may want to get. RIP my wallet once payday comes. So the reason I did this Amazon order is because I wanted to get this book and it was in my cart. And then I wanted to get a new journal for 2026. So that was in my cart. And then those were both buy 4 things, get 5% off. And I get suckered in by that deal. It's a terrible deal. I got £1.50 off my total order. Like, it's not worth it. But I thought, oh, let's add some other things to it. So I also got the Cozy Witch Tarot book, which was in the deal. And then I got this last book, which is this one. And I haven't seen anyone do a flip through of this on YouTube. So I think I will probably put a flip through up soon. There's a whole series of these. It's called the Sweet and Cozy Colouring Book, Volume 1. I decided to go for the first one. But they're all like Disney, cute and cozy vibes. They've got an Instagram and a TikTok where they have showcased these books a lot. But there's 6 in the series now. This one's fairy tale themed. Volume 2 is princesses. Volume 3 is villains, which is really cool. Volume 4 is summer themed. That one didn't appeal to me as much. Volume 5 is royal life. And it's got lots of really like cozy scenes of them doing painting, of them having a relaxing bath, doing yoga, of all these Disney princesses. And then volume 6 is all themed, so love that. Amanda has a mouse character called Salad, but I can't draw characters very well, so I stopped drawing him. But I want to continue developing him and his friends I created. Love, that is so cute. I love the idea of Salad for a mouse. You prefer the physical books, but I do have a good printer and paper. Paid $28 for 5 books. That is a good price. Can't sniff at that. I'd love a seasons book. I have the Rainy Day as I love and adore the rain, and I also have the small pocket edition from Colouring Heavens Matchstick Mouse last month. Yeah, I would have totally got that, but I already had Matchstick Mouse Adventure, so didn't need it. Didn't need it twice. Don't know if gel crayons will help me with good backgrounds. I've been really wanting to get gel crayons for a while for that easy background and something that you don't have to get as messy as you would with soft pastels. But I just haven't got that. Yeah. I'm the same with buy 4 save 5%. I get sucked in by that deal. It's a terrible deal. You save like £1, but it just feels good. So often I'll get 4 things in an Amazon order because you get the percentage off. Amazon South African hunting views. I wonder if he's got PDFs for the cute Disney books. I need to see if it through for this one. I don't think they do a PDF for this one, unfortunately. Morgan O'Brien has PDFs for all of his though. Right, so I'm going to flip through this. I haven't seen a full flip through of this because I couldn't find one, so I'll be kind of reacting with you. So it's called the Sweet and Cozy series, and from what I can tell, this is illustrated by a real person. They have a really great presence on Instagram and TikTok. So we've got the Little Mermaid here with Ariel and Eric. Got Jasmine and Aladdin and the genie, and they're all cats and a dog. Really cute and whimsical. Belle and the Beast. Some really, really cute and original pages as well. Some really great ideas. Got Maleficent. I like this one because of the range of characters it had, rather than just being princesses. Like the second one, or just being autumn themed. I went for this one as had more. I like this one as Cinderella. And the pages are nice and busy, but not too busy, if that makes sense. Like there's a nice amount of details in them. Got Sleeping Beauty here. Oh, look at them, the Lion King. I'm assuming this is Simba, Nala and Kiara from the second film. That is so pretty and so cute. I like how they've done the hair for the female lions, it's quite cute. Got Frozen. And a Tangled page. You've got these like faint grey circles that are perfectly placed for some nice blushy cheeks, which I do like doing. His eye's a bit wonky here. Don't know what's going on with that eye, but yeah. Oh, she's missing half her face, so I don't know. I did try and research. I do try and be mindful about AI books, but it is hard to tell sometimes. This lovely one of, I'm assuming it might be Tiana, Princess and the Frog. Then we have Pocahontas sitting in the tree. Hang on, is she sitting in a tree or is she sitting on a boat? I'm starting to get a bit questionable about some of these details, but I don't like saying, oh, this is AI, because you don't know. It may just be someone drawing something and missing a detail accidentally. Got Mulan. Moana and Maui, really cute. Cruella de Vil, fun. I like how we've got a mixture of villains in here. Peter Pan, this one's really cute. Got the characters there. Pinocchio, he is so cute. We got Snow White. I like how this is different, it's unique, but still Disney themed. We've got Jane and Tarzan. Lilo and Stitch. Adorable. Meg and Hercules. Yeah, it's like we don't have really any repeating pages or repeating characters. Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. That one's really cool. Alice in Wonderland. Coco, so cute, Mama Coco and Miguel. We've got Vanessa from The Little Mermaid and Ursula in the mirror. Wish. Hated the film, but it's fun to have something different in the book. Tangled with Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. Look, Pascal there, so grumpy. Then another... Oh no, this is a bunch of villains. We've got Jafar, Cruella, Captain Hook. And this also kind of looks like Cruella. No, I think this is Ursula actually with the hair. I don't know. Cruella or Ursula? I think that's got to be Cruella. Not sure. Another one of Aladdin and Jasmine. So you've got some repeating characters throughout. This one of some princesses in some casual clothes. Some really cute ones there. And that is it. So yeah, this was printed in Dunstable. Don't think I've ever noticed it being... Yeah, and so was this one, printed in Dunstable. I don't think any of my other Amazon print books say where in the UK it was printed. I want to check now. I want to check. Yeah, they just say printed in Great Britain by Amazon. What's a slightly newer one? This one was last year. Great Britain. Oh, Fuzzy Meowbies. That was one which was... Oh, this one says it was printed in Dunstable. So maybe that's a new thing where in the UK it's printed now. I can go back and read your comments. You also get sucked in for the spend £20 to get delivery before 1 PM. Oh, I've never seen that, Angie. I've seen that as an option, to be honest. I got a weird question to ask. I have some Crayola oil pastels. I got them a couple of years ago. I hardly use them. Can oil pastels go bad? They are now a really horrible smell. I have no idea, Tamara. Try Googling it, because you'll be better asking artists about that. You have a hard time with Disney colouring books because I feel like I don't want to mess up the picture. I think this one's perfect though, because it's cute and cosy style. There's not as much pressure to colour it exactly right, because it isn't exactly right. It's taken artistic liberties with this. He's winking at you. Looks great. Oh, hi Dana. Welcome in. You don't think it's AI? Yeah, I'm not sure. You've had weird things like that in Joseph Cat and Bang books where lines are weird or missing. Yeah, I find that with Morgan O'Brien's as well, which is why I always give benefit of the doubt with people, because you don't know when it's just a strange line. Some of the pages are cut off strangely at the bottom. They're kind of cut off at the top and the bottom, like they have a kind of bordered look to them. They kind of cut off here, almost in like a landscape format. And I don't know if this is meant to be black backing, because it isn't. It's a grey, or if it is meant to be grey. Yeah, I haven't seen a full flip through. This is the one that really gives me pause. But I suppose she's sitting on the edge of the boat, and that's what she's doing. Yeah. This is just the one with weird details, which I'm not so sure, but the rest I think do seem to be that weird line there. But even still, I think the idea is in this book is really creative. Here and there some things look a bit weird, but it's a super cute book. Yeah, I think I did read somewhere that it was hand drawn or digitally drawn. Yeah, I thought I'd start out with one, see how I like it, and try and not get too crazy in don't I ever sit on a log with a paddle? Maybe. Where's that page gone? here, yeah. Because this looks like water, because the paddle is in the water. So I don't know. MG, that book is the cutest, but I spent a lot on colouring books this past week. Amazon is dangerous. Yeah. This one was £10 something. That one was almost £10. The fact that these cheap Amazon print books are getting quite expensive is a bit of a shame. But I'm trying to be better at not getting the entire series of books just for the sake of getting the entire series, and trying to go, okay, let me just focus on one book by that illustrator and then work on another one. Lexi's going a bit mad out there, playing with one of her toys. It's a little like catnip banana that she likes to play with every now and then. Angie, that book is the cutest. Oh yeah, I just read that. I realised one book I have is Shutter, and I've done Shutter Up with Shutter Up's books, to be honest. Ooh, I'm trying to zoom a little bit more. There we go. There we are. Forgot where I was on this page now. Getting distracted. Let me just have a quick drink. I think I was on the green ochre actually. Finish with the espresso. You got 3 books by Creative Haven, and then I had to have 3 more in the same series. I've been very, very restrained with Creative Haven. I've got only 3 books now? 2 books now. Where are my books? Because I've moved my shelf, I don't know where I'm looking anymore. 2 books. I did have 3, and I just de-stashed one of them, the Main Street colouring book. I've got Autumn Charm, Gnome Sweet Gnome, and that is it. I'd love more by Theresa Goodridge, but there's just been no books that have really made me go, wow, I need that. For a while I had, I think, Country Charm, Home Tree something, I don't know. For a while I had a couple of them on my wish list, and I thought, no, I don't actually love them. I got my eye on this new one that she's got coming out. Small, what's it called? It's on my upcoming wish list, which you can see in my description. I've got an upcoming releases list. Cozy Corners that she's got coming out soon. It's coming out September. The fact that this is $5.99 for a Creative Haven, and now you can't get Amazon print books for that much, I think it's rubbish. Let me share my screen with you. Yeah, we're good. You can't see anything. Oh, hang on, no. So this is the new Theresa Goodridge one. It's called Cozy Corners. It does look quite cute. I love this one of the... Ooh. I think I'm zoomed in weirdly. There we go. I love this cover image. I love the one of the cats on the staircase. I think that's really cute. This dog one's really cute. It does look cute, but I would want to see a flip through first. That one's lovely. Oh, look at that cat in the rocking chair. Yeah, I'm really drawn to this one. And I haven't felt that way about books from her in a while. Then a woman on Facebook has sold her colouring books to me for £55, but some of the pages are coloured. She did show me the blank pages. Oh, that's annoying, Rabia. I mean, how many books are in there, and are they books that you really want, and are the pages that are coloured ones you would want to colour, Rabia? And you get alcohol markers with them. Is that worth it? It all depends on you. You're nervous to receive them. Like, I think you need to see which pages are the ones that are coloured rather than the blank ones. She also has an owl one coming out next year. Oh, I haven't seen that, Lucy. Let's have a look. Theresa Goodridge. She's had so many books come out though. It's like trying to find the new ones. Could filter this, but yeah, I liked the look of Small Town Charm, which was released early this year. I loved the cover of it with all the wellies, but I just wasn't too enthralled by the images. Sort by. Let's see if you can find what it's called. Publication date. There we go. Outdoorable. Found it. No, I have not seen that one actually. Oh, let me just get the picture up and I will share it with you. It does look pretty adorable. Pretty adorable. So we got this cover image. Oh, that is a cute page. Look at that. Oh, they are cute. They are very cute. Love all the different scenes of them in. Night owl, adorable. Oh, that one's cute. Oh, let me add that to my upcoming releases. Amazon list. Because it'll be nice to see that. And that's coming out January next year. Add to list. Oh my goodness, they are cute, aren't they? Upcoming releases. There we go. There are 12 books and there's only 1 or 2 coloured pages in them. Left the coloured pages in, but I will be ripping them out. They're all cute and cosy ones, which I've wanted for ages. So that's what, less than £5 a book? £55 for 12 books? I mean, that's good value. If they were all ones you've wanted for ages and there's only a couple done, it is a good deal. I don't have any of her books. What's her name so I can put it on my wish list? It's Theresa Goodridge. Theresa Goodridge. And if you want a direct link, then check out my description of this video. I've got an upcoming Amazon book release list. And you can go from there down the rabbit hole. I'm no longer an Amazon affiliate, so it doesn't matter to me if you use my links or whatnot. I was, and then I didn't generate enough money and enough time, and I was like, I can't be bothered with this. I can't be bothered. I want 1,000,000 hours and you just can't find it now. Jen, try looking for it in a different language, like French or Spanish, because often you can find it in a different language rather than the English edition. Try searching for like just Lulu Mayo as an artist and seeing what books come up there, because often I find her older ones that like that way. You've been affiliate for both UK and US Amazon for 11 years and made 0. Nice, Amanda. Yeah, it takes an insanely long time to get anything, and I can't be bothered. I got an email saying, well, yeah, sorry, but you are no longer an affiliate unless you earn this much. And I was like, oh, leave me alone. I can't be bothered with you. Hello. Oh, hi, Shelley. Welcome. You just watched my 40 books to colour. Great video. I really enjoyed making that. It was fun creating that list. I thought it might be hard to think of 40 books that I could realistically colour this year, but it turned out to be easier than I thought. In fact, I did have to cut a few. I thought, okay, instead of focusing on colouring them this year, focus on colouring them at the start of next year instead. She did have pictures of the markers and they are in the box they came in. Let's see if it even arrives. Well, I hope so, Arabia. Should be alright. I never get bumped by them, it just just says try harder next time. Yeah, Amanda, what are you doing? Try harder. Constantly shove it down people's throats. Vera's moved to the couch with an experiment book, going to lurk and colour for a bit. No worries, Vera. Jen's going to lay in your pool. See you later. See you later, Jen. Enjoy your pool time. Hope everyone is well. I'm doing well, thank you, Shelley. I have a receipt from her and I can track it. Every will be delivering. Oh, that sounds very promising then, Arabia. Vase is a beautiful antique gold, thank you. I will be putting the pencils I've used in the description once I finished the live tonight. I always do that. Just for anyone curious, I'm using Prismacolors tonight. I've said to myself that that's the last order, Amazon order, that I'm doing this year for books that already have been released. Any books I get, new ones. Whether I stick to that is another thing coming. I do have an Amazon Japan order on my way, on the way here, or on its way to me. I think that should be arriving Friday, it said, the 12th. Yeah, that is Friday. And then there's one which is pre-ordered, so I should be receiving that shortly after it's released. After that, I'm putting a pause. I just need to start colouring in these untouched books. And it's hard to do that when you keep buying them. It's like, it's weird, it bothers me, but it doesn't. I want to colour in all my books in my collection, and having an insanely large collection would overwhelm me. But at the same time, if it brings me joy, I'm letting myself have the joy. Life's too short. You just finished blacking out the first page of the hairs. I must say, I am happy with my choice. It looks great. Sounds good. And that page isn't too crazy for going around all the details of the background. Tell you what was a crazy detailed background to go around. Oh, the asteroid belt in Alien Worlds. This, going over around all of these asteroids. Whew. think it took me maybe 2 hours to do this round. Right, it's just black acrylic paint, but it does look nice and effective, and then I had loads of stars on top. It's not perfect by any means, I can see streaks, but I did not care enough to go over the top with another layer. I could not be bothered. On the side, just let the streaks be there. You can only see it in certain angles. You guys won't be able to see it on the camera, and it means that the page is done. It took long enough for the first layer. I was not going to go over it with the second layer. No siree. No, not as crazy as the asteroids. I didn't like the bamboo one either, and that wasn't too bad. I was very impressed by the Hobbycraft own brand of black craft paint. The one I use is Apple Barrel. Got this off Amazon. I think it was like £3. Matte black acrylic paint, and it does a good job for me. I do recommend it. All I knew was that I just wanted it to be matte, because I didn't want shiny backgrounds, and matte paint tends to be easier to apply with less streaks. So it's done me good. I know Apple Barrel is a popular brand in the US, but it's not really here in the UK. So it's probably more expensive for me, but I enjoy using it. Don't use it all the time. Kind of hate the texture of it. Oh, baboon, not bamboo. I was a bit confused what you were on about with the bamboo page, but just let you be, Amanda. Yeah. Yeah. Your baboon page turned out really cool. And I admire you for randomizing the pages and actually colouring them, because I can randomise books, but to randomise a page to colour, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I would have the inspiration. I need to be inspired by a page. If I'm not inspired, then I just can't colour it. Sometimes I'll organise buddy colours with people and I'll be like, I can't do it. Hobbycraft one is matte. Oh, nice. I will have to check it out. Maybe I'll get that once the Apple Barrel one runs out. That's not going to be for a while though, because I do barely ever use it. When I do, I don't use that much because it does go a long way. I usually use Piobo or Americana, but Americana is no longer available near me. Good lord, that's intense, but in the best way. It is intense. And it was intense. But it was quite therapeutic to do that black background. Just going around the little asteroids. Right, yellow ochre. That's what I use, and a Sharpie with acrylic black marker. Yeah, I have a black paint pen, which is by Artichoke. I use that for smaller areas. Although I did use it for a Hanna Karlzon page, and whew, it did not like it. It actually bled through the paper, the acrylic paint pen, which I've never experienced before. It's just something about the texture of the paper just did not like the paint pen. And it turned out really, really streaky. But it meant that I learned that and I won't use that again. I think it was after doing that I was like, right, I need to get some acrylic paint. You can't knock the randomised ones. It's on YouTube, so I have to be accountable. Yeah, YouTube definitely helps with these randomised ones. You tend to do acrylic paint pen for a background as it's just you tend to do acrylic paint pen for a background and it is just so streaky, so I prefer paint bottles. Fair enough. Oh, you tried, not I tend. I can't read. You tried to use it, but it was streaky. Yeah. The acrylic paint definitely is an easier process, and with it being matte, it applies quite smoothly, which is always nice. Right, almost there with this. Knowing me, I'll inevitably do some touch-ups off camera where I can get up a bit closer to the book. I've just got the last colour to go, cream. I'll sharpen it a bit first. I think I've broke my YouTube algorithm now. I posted an art video and it said no, it did so bad. I think it only wants me to post adult colouring and PBN content for now. Unfortunately, that does seem to be the way. Like, you can't really do both. You do art or you do the colouring. To try and mix them. Like, one's always going to do better than the other. It depends what your current audience is more interested in viewing. But also the thing with YouTube is it has a way of making you feel bad about videos' performance. But you've got to understand that not every YouTube is going to be not every video is going to be a #1 ranked video. Other videos are always going to do better than others. Completed pages, hauls, plans videos for me always do really, really well. Flip throughs always do really badly because only certain people want to watch it. But for those people, I think that content is really valuable. And for me, there's certain people I like watching flip throughs from. So I will continue to do them. And they're so quick and easy to make. Just a one shot, boom, done. You don't even need to edit it. Other than putting in my intro. But yeah, sometimes you'll do, well, sometimes I make rank and rates, and for some reasons some artists aren't as popular as others, but I'll still make them. As I always say, you've got to create the content that you would want to consume and you would watch, because you'll always have people that will want to watch you, and whether it's thousands or just hundreds, that's completely fine for me anyway. I will not let YouTube control what videos I make. And they'll be like, great job, this video is performing better than usual, or try again next time. Like, it's really condescending to you and the video doesn't perform as well. I think I'm going to tackle this. I don't know. I'm going to still do it gold. These kind of like bumpy bits, I want to use a gold metallic paint or a gold signo or something like that. PBN, paint by numbers. Ah, see, you said PBN. I said it very confidently. Had no idea what it was. But that makes sense because I do CBN, colour by number. I write like that. Right, I'm feeling like colouring some blackberries now, or some leaves. What time is it here? It is 9:20 PM, so I'll be around for another hour or so. I think I will colour. I think I'll just focus on getting this section of blackberries and leaves done. The greens, I don't like Prismacolor greens apart from the sagey greens. I think I need to grab some. This song feels very loud compared to the others. I think I'm going to grab a chrome oxide green from my polychromos because that's a nice dark green. And it's a new one, so it's nice and long because it has retired to my drawer of stubbies. Let me see if I can find my old one. Yeah, I just turned my music down. Where is mine? Here it is. Here's my old chrome oxide green. Here's your baby. So I really do use up as much as I can. And then I like collecting the little stubbies of polychromos. So I've got ivory, I've got light brown, the white, and another light brown, but I just found that I can sharpen this a bit more and use it still, so it's just popped out on the side. So this drawer has new pencils and old pencils in it. Ooh. Thanks for that reminder. I need to tell my 12-year-old to go to bed. Bedtime, boy. That vase looking stunning, thank you. It's 4:20 PM for Randy. Those stubbies are so cute, they are. And then for my Prismacolors, what I started doing is my dad got me some dowel and I just super glue them to the end and you can sharpen them right down to the end. Oh, hello Lexi. We've got an imposter cat. Come here, come here. Oh, sorry for blocking the camera there. But yeah, I've super glued them to the ends of these. Some people super glue them to the other ends of pencils, but then you can never use the entire pencil because you've got a double-ended pencil. So I saw that Karen at My Colourful Country Life was using dowels, and I thought, let me give that a try to really use up all of my Prismacolors because they're a bit more expensive and hard to come by here in the UK, whereas polychromos, they're cheaper and easier to get, so open stock anyway. So I don't mind having a little collection of stubbies, I think it's cute, but for my Prismas, I want to use them all up. So the dowel is starting to get sharpened. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of tapered a little bit. So this, I can't remember what colour this is, spring green? No. What is it? Spring green? Apple green. It's apple green. Or is it spring green? One of them. It's a light green. So I've got those ready to go. A few of the colours that I've got really small. That gold is awesome, thank you. How cute are those little pencil ends? Yeah. Two beans. Little Lexi. Say hello. No. She didn't like that. She didn't like that. She sat on my lap. We could have a little pan to my lap. There she is. Say hello. Hi. Sometimes she does do that, sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she'll be like, hi. And other times she won't say anything. Do I ever buy open stock Prismas? Yes, I do have some as backups. I bought them from Artist Pencils online. He is an amazing guy. I had a question because some of the ones that I was wanting to order were out of stock. I emailed him and he said, oh, let me have a look. I may have one or two. He said, yep, I do. Just order and I will ship them dates to you. So he's great. I think his name's Brian or something like that. But yeah, for the UK, Artist Pencils online. If you just search open stock Prismacolors, only a couple of sites come up, and it's a good site. And I think he does a deal for 10 pencils, I think 20 pencils for a cheaper price. I think 10 pencils are like £15, £17. I don't know. That's smart. It was my idea. I can't take credit for it, but yeah, it does work well. And my dad, as you know, or as you might know, he likes to 3D print. He 3D printed me this sign. He 3D printed me what I'm currently using to hold my phone. And he's just started experimenting with some 3D printed pencil extenders. So this was one prototype and another one which only fits like an IKEA pencil and it didn't fit mine. But he's... Oh, sorry, Lexi. Hey, you want to play with it? She's biting it. You found one that was charging £6 per pencil. Let me find a link for it for you, Amanda. This guy is brilliant. He really is. Oh, and I've dropped my little pencil now. Yeah, he's going to experiment with 3D printing pencil extenders because the section for the pencil to stick in is a little bit, so he's going to adjust it. But that is back. Let me this link for. I think it's art. I always forget. Artist Pencils Online, I think is what it's called. And yeah, he just sells Prismacolors. Yes, I was correct. Artist Pencils Online. He's based in the UK. He is, yeah, can't say enough good things about him. Your dad should open up an Etsy shop. He has like a 3D printing account thing where he shares files on there and I think gets commission and whatnot, I don't know. The postage is really reasonable as well. Let me just share the screen so in case anyone in the UK is interested. So this is Artist Pencils Online. Postage is between £2.29 and £3.99 depending on order size. So this is for all UK customers. And he has all of the Prismacolor pencils. £1.87 each, so really reasonable. They do go in and out of stock, and if you go on the specials tab here, then he does some deals, and he will note here, please note when ordering specials there are colours out of stock. At the moment it's orchid and cloud blue. When I did mine, I think it was beige sienna and light umber were out of stock. I was checking for weeks. I think I'd been checking every couple of days for about 4 or 5 weeks, and there was always something that I was looking to order that was out of stock. And he was like, just let me know. And he has an email here that you can email him in case there is a pencil you want that's out of stock. I was just asking to like hold it back for me. But yeah, you can get 7 for £12.79, 10 for £17.89, or 30 for £52.79. And he has some pencil extenders, some other little bits, but yeah, I couldn't recommend him enough, and we'll definitely sing his praises. He's got a colour chart on here in case you're interested. Yeah, really, really great if you're in the UK. Definitely recommend him for Prismacolor pencils, and we'll be ordering again in the future. And I need some more. And I need some more pencils replaced. So I am mixing pencils here. I've got chrome oxide green, dark green, and which one's this? I find the names of my Prismas rub off. Prussian green. The dark green is not dark enough for me, so I've added the chrome oxide green to complement it. I'm just gonna... I did try testing out like using a brown or using a grey. It wasn't looking good. Yeah, he does full set. I don't think he sells the full set. It's more open stock individual ones. Hi Sarah, you just got back from picking your daughter up from school. Oh no, not from school. Oh yeah, it is from school. BRB adding favourites to you're welcome, Amanda. Welcome, Amy. Good evening. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna cough. Sorry, that made Lexi jump there. Yeah, was that not nice? Did you not like it? It's when I sneeze, that's when she really freaks out and will run away. I'm like, it's just a sneeze, Lexi, come back. Don't leave me. It's nice because it's got a bit colder now. Not like crazy cold, but it's nice having her on my lap because she's nice and warm. Yeah, you are. You're a nice warm girl. A little hot water bottle. That gold is looking very glossy. It's looking really good on camera. It also looks good in real life, but on camera, looking at my laptop here, it does look very smooth, but it's not. You can definitely see the pencil texture still, but yeah, it's a good combo. I do like using that combo. Espresso, green ochre, artichoke, yellow ochre, and cream. I was honestly just going to use up my current set and just stop using the Prismas because they are so bad, but that's so good. Yeah, I know what you mean, Amanda. I like the Prismas, but I find the Prismas annoying. They are not my favourites. Polychromos are my favourites. Funnily enough, I find I use Prismas most in Amazon print books and Colouring Heaven magazines. I really like them in those. I really like them for layering and doing pencil shading on the top of alcohol markers, especially. But I just find my colouring isn't as good with Prismacolors. I think it's my technique though. It's just not my favourite. Hot water cat, exactly. Love that she talks back too. She is a very, very vocal cat. She really is. She loves to meow. She was going crazy earlier and it turned out that she needed the loo. And she won't go if there's anything in the litter tray, except she buries it in her litter tray and you can't see that she's been. She's very sneaky, so she's just screaming. She went outside a bit before, but it started raining, so she came back in. Most of the time she meows, she just wants attention. Like, she's not motivated by food or anything. She'll meow in the morning, but that's more because, like, she hasn't seen anyone for a while. Prismas are rather soft, maybe too soft. Yeah, and I don't like how quickly they get used up. And how you have to sharpen them a lot. Whereas, like, I've had polychromos for, I think, a year longer than Prismacolors. And I've only just started having to replace some polychromos. And the fact that I've had tiny green pencils like this, so many of these are tiny. And actually they are on, oh, dropping things on Lexi's face again. So many of them are on their last legs. Like, that one is about to get retired to the nubbies. But they've been like this for many, many pages and they're still going strong, still being able to be used. You always go out the lines of Prism as well. Your Buffy is the same way. I wonder if it's something with being ginger. Yeah, maybe. So is my Ginger. He's a long-haired tabby. Yeah, she's a short-haired tabby. Your cat talks back to us too. Yeah, you do talk back, don't you? Sometimes. My kitty is a black cat and I've never had such a social cat. She is so chatty and it's loud meows as well. Really loud. To the point where it gets a bit annoying at times. You're just like, shut up. Leave us alone. It's when it's raining and we know she hates the rain and she doesn't like going out in the rain. That she'll meow because she wants to go out. It's when you open the door, she looks and she goes, oh yeah, I don't want to go out actually. I don't like your new puppy, oh dear. Lexi hates other cats, like hates them. She fights with them. She's the sweetest little girl and she's very shy, very timid, but when it comes to other cats she will fight them. Although she doesn't mind one of the neighbour's cats, but hates the other one. It's just a shame though that the Prismas are the community standard. Yeah, I do find more colourists prefer Prismas as his favourite, as his, I don't know why I said his, as their favourite brands. I feel like more colourists have Prismas as their favourite compared to polychromos. But I find you're either one or the other. You're either a Prisma person or you're a poly person, and that's your favourite like brand pencil. You're either Team Poly, Team Prisma. I'm Team Poly. And I do have a theory that whichever artist grade pencil you started with is your favourite. So I started with polys, and they're my favourite, and they continue to be my favourite, because it's just whatever you get used to. But that's not necessarily true. There's some people who got the other first and prefer the other. But I would say majority of those who get one first over the other prefer the one they got first. Because often it's when you're first starting out, it's you levels and you use ways. But I think because I try and use them in the same way, I don't really layer my polys, but I colour with the Prismas in the same way, and I kind of shouldn't. What I don't like is how they look almost sticky and clumpy in a way. It's hard for me to explain. Like, people love them because they're so smooth, but I don't find them that smooth. I find I get a smoother blend with the right paper with polychromos. Having that uber smooth blend, I don't find the blend is smooth. I find it's kind of gammy. I don't know. It's hard to explain my thoughts on the Prismas, because I do like them. They're just not my favourite. And I will admit that the Prismacolors are more versatile than the polychromos. The polychromos, there are some books they just do not work in, whereas the Prismas, they will work in pretty much any book. You'll get them to lay down and do a good job in. But polychromos, Erie's books, it doesn't work well in. They don't do particularly well in Amazon print books, but I still use them and quite like them. Like, I don't mind not having a smooth result every single time, whereas I know some people do hate pencil texture, whereas I don't mind it in some books. Like, some books I have a more kind of textured feel to it. Like the Tokameku series books don't work the best with them. There's lots of textured paper. I find the polychromos don't work well in. Smooth paper they do work well on. I really love them in Kirby's books, in Mel Pomeni's books. There's lots of books that I reach for the polychromos for. Hi Rebecca, welcome in. You're Team Brute Funa. I was Team Brute Funa. When I first started colouring, Brute Funa squares were all I used for a good 6 months. And then I branched out. For me, it's the fact that Brute Funas don't do open stock, and also the fact that they're not as easily available as they once were. You can't really find them on Amazon anymore like you used to. You've got to go Temu or AliExpress or something like that. Brute Funas are amazing. I would always recommend the Brute Funas if you're starting out, because it's what, £20–30 for 120 pencils. Great quality, and do last you a long time. But yeah, I like having the ability to find pencils open stock. Like, I love the Artex, and the Artex would be so much higher, and I'd use them way more if you could get them open stock. But because you can't, I find I have to, I almost lean back on using them, because there's certain pencils which I gravitate to more than others, and they're getting shorter, and I'm like, I don't want to have to buy a whole new set just for like 10 pencils. And it's the same with all my sets. It's always the same kind of families. It's light browns and greens. Those are always the pencils that run out first, and a light blue, like the lightest blue. And then I have some random ones that also run out. But yeah, I just wish it was more standard practice for places to offer open stock supplies. I get what you mean. from my Colourful Country Life has super glossy looking pages. She hasn't even sealed them. Polys don't work in Kanoko Agusa books. Or see, I do like them in Kanoko Agusa books. In the English edition ones, I do like them in those. In fact, they're the only pencils I've used so far in them because I've liked them so much. I am working on one at the moment using just polychromos. You use polys first and prefer them, but they do take more work. I think it's colouring style. If you perfected something so much, that's probably why you go back to it. Exactly, yeah. It's just what you're used to. I think the Castle Art pencils are nice in between, and they are so cheap too. I've got the Castle Arts Harmonious. Those perform weirdly. But yeah, I kind of don't want to get too many more cheap brands just because of that open stock issue. The fact that I can use pencils up and not be able to replace it. So I kind of don't want to get any more non-open stock brands of pencils. Yeah, it's definitely sucky that they're not open stock. Ever play with Faber-Castell Black editions? Same with them. I don't want to get them because it would be another set that doesn't have open stock pencils. Oh, I think I spat on my page a bit from the talking. And the colour range seems to be pretty similar to Black Widows, which I have, and you can buy open stock. It's harder to buy them open stock, but you can do it. That's strange, I don't like them in smooth paper books. Yeah, I love polychromos in smooth paper books. I just find they glide on and blend effortlessly. Whereas more textured books they don't do as well. Let me grab Symphony of Cute Animals, which I'm currently working on. I can show you a bunch. So, doing these leaves, those were all polychromos. They've turned out really nice and bright and vibrant. This entire page here, I can't be bothered to zoom out again, it was just polychromos, and I love how smooth they are. And I love the feel of them on the paper. That's another thing I love about the polys. I like how they feel on the paper compared to Prismacolors. Prismacolors are sticky, whereas these are nice and smooth. I've got this double page spread, all polychromos as well. And then here's the other one. It's TP, all polychromos. Often if I find a pencil brand works in a book, I just stick to that pencil brand and I don't even bother trying others. And then this one was entirely polychromos, even for the background, and it is a really nice smooth colour. Yellows are the best colours to do for backgrounds if you're just using pencil, because you can't notice any kind of pencil streaks on them as easily because it's such a light colour. But I coloured her like Lexi. Hee hee. I've got my muse down looking at me. Oh, she's about to move. And she's gone. She goes, no, I can't deal with another cat around. I hate when I do that thing on my books. I don't do it very often, but I was talking and then I was like, why is the pencil falling there? It's kind of damp. So I've got to be mindful of that. I tried them in Kingdom of Curious Creatures and I couldn't get it to do what I wanted, lol. That's the other thing about pencils. People can like how a pencil performs in a book, and someone can use the exact same pencils in the exact same book, like same edition, and hate how they perform. It's such a personal thing. So for me, it's hard recommending. I can say what I like, and if you've liked how things perform similarly to what I've liked before, then you can use that as a good sort of standing opinion. But it's hard. Oh, I remembered another book I love polys in. The Stratton Peterson books, they work really well. Again, nice smooth paper. Yeah, if you have a full set of polys and or prismas, and there's no point in buying other sets really, just spend your money on restocks. Yeah, although I do love and use pencils I have, like the Black Widows I really enjoy using. The Artex, I find they have some really good specific colour ranges in there that I often want in a page. And I use them quite often in my Colouring Heavens as well. And they work well in Colouring Heavens. I haven't tried polychromos in Colouring Heaven yet, and I need to test it out. I've heard they don't work well. Majority of the time I base with alcohol markers and shade over the top of the pencil. And when I do that, I don't tend to use polychromos for shading on top. So that might be why. I've used Artex and... what else have I used? All Mythographics, I really like my polychromos and Mythographics. I use them quite often. But I will fight with the paper just because I want to use a certain pencil set. Like, there's several books that don't work well with polychromos and I'll just fight it. Like Tokameku series aren't the best. Eerie, it's terrible for, but I will still push through and use them. But for me, in the Tokameku books, I kind of like the almost textured effect I get. Let me show you some examples. Let's grab the squirrel and the Yururi mouse one. So this squirrel one, like, I could not recreate this look with Prismacolors. I say that the background is Prisma. I tend to do that for like light sky backgrounds. I do like bringing in the Prismas for that, just because they have a nice range of sky blues. But this one, you can see pencil texture. It's kind of gritty, it's kind of vintagey looking. It just works for me. It's not a smooth layer of colour, and it works in this book with that kind of vintagey style. I wouldn't want a smooth layer of colour in here. So I like it in that. And the same with the Yururi one. I've used only Prismas and not Prismas, polychromos in here. And you can create smooth results like I've done on these mushrooms. I also like the kind of textured effects you get. I can see a bit of pencil texture in the river here. And the same here. I don't mind it. And here. This is a book I'd love to see completed one day. Double page spread. Yeah, so I don't mind having texture show through on these pages because it works for me. But if that's not the style you want or the effect you want in your book, then polychromos won't work for you in that book. But if you don't mind leaning into that style, that effect, then they are nice. Looks lovely. I love a muted palette. Yeah, I love having a variety of different palettes. Like, I love using pastel colour palettes, bright colours, muted, and I love just doing a whole variety. I'm not so much a fan of using lots of dark colours or lots of bright, bold, saturated colours. But occasionally I will. I like to do different things. I don't think I'm one of those colourists that has a set colour palette or colour scheme. That's just not me. I like the variety. Like, I'm using this quite muted, almost darker colour palette for this page. And sometimes I like having similar colour schemes going throughout a book. Sometimes I like variety. Sometimes I like keeping it consistent in one book, but with different books in this series having different vibes. And like, having lots of different books allows me to try lots of different things. And some books I like to use lots of different pencil sets in. Some books I like to use the one and keep that consistent. Right, I'm happy with the first layer of colour on those leaves. I do need to do these ones. I'm going to forego using the chrome oxide green on here and just use the dark green and the Prussian green. I am starting out with a light layer like I did with the gold though. Not everything needs to look like butter exactly. And I think we sometimes get bogged down by looking at other people's finished pages, but you've got to remember the camera smooths everything out. It always looks a lot more textured to the naked eye. So something you see is like, wow, that's insanely smooth. I'm like, no, I can see pencil texture. I can see streaks. But you can't on camera, and it's like the magic of camera. It just smooths and blends things together better. It also doesn't capture colours perfectly correctly. Like, for me, reds just do not photograph well. They look insanely bright and saturated, whereas in real life, you've got a lot more contrast with the colours there. And I find that kind of an interesting thing. So I do edit my photos, but I edit them to try and make them look like real life. Why is there not a camera that can just take a picture of what your eyes can literally see? Why does it have to make it look weird? Like, often mine have a really weird like blue lighting to it, especially if it's getting to sort of mid-afternoon. There's a blue cast on it, so I add some warmth to the temperature of the picture. I make the white areas look whiter. But then when you do that, other things get oversaturated and you have to adjust them. It's all a little adjusting, tweaking game. Just trying to make it look as accurate to real life as possible. Like, I'll have my phone open and the picture in front of me and I'll be trying to make the values look correct. I just tweak it that way. Yeah, I don't like the bright saturated. I used to be obsessed with trying to find my colour palette, but that's boring lot. Exactly. Like, it's fun to have colour schemes you go back to. Like, I love doing pinks and purples for flowers, so I often go back to that. I love muted greens, like muted olivey greens, so I often go back to that. But sometimes I'm like, right, I'm going to try something different on this page and go for something different, like on purpose. And then you go back to your comfort colours, the ones that come just naturally to you. And that's okay. Such a camera would be great. Yeah, you just want it to blink, take a picture of what your eyes can literally see right there and then. It's like the amount of changes it does is kind of crazy. Taking photos of pages is so frustrating, lol. Yeah. Especially when your pages have gone a bit kind of... I find mine curl up at the edge. Like, you can see, actually, it's curled up at the edge here. When I colour it, my pages always seem to curl up from the edges. I think it's from just laying down a lot of pigment. So I often use blue tack to stick the corners down. But often if it's a picture on this side of the book, because of how the book's laying flat, it's got a curve in the middle, so I'll pick the book up and I'll hold it with this hand and take a photo with the other hand, and I'm there shaking because I'm stood up and trying to hold something straight, get this straight and do... I take a million photos and then I'm like, right, that one's good enough, that will do. Reds and blues are known for the camera to distort. Yeah, I found that on videos recently. Like when I did my randomizer video, because the randomizer screen was blue, everything was being made to look different colours. Like my desk mat here is a very, very pale blue, and it will change colours. Sometimes it will look more warmer, sometimes it will look cooler, depending on what book is in front of the camera and what you can see. Like, I'm sure if I close this, it'll distort a little bit. Let me just... not really. Sometimes it will like change from being warmer to being cooler. Yes, the corners colouring. Yeah, I literally just take a tiny piece of blue tack and stick it down the corner. Remember to take it off after, because I have forgotten it sometimes and it does leave like a bit of a, not a residue, but like it's a bit oily underneath and you get a little dot. So try to remember to take it off as soon as you've taken your photo. But if you take it off pretty soon after, then it should be fine. My pages are never straight, it's so hard. I found the colour cube like challenges work really great for getting out of comfort zones, and then they actually look great when they're done. Yeah, Leandri, colour cubes and colour palettes are great for finding colour combos for something you wouldn't necessarily think of yourself. I need to do a video of how to find colour palettes if you don't have a colour cube, because I've had a few comments saying what to do, and I'm like, do not buy the colour cubes until you are in a financial position to afford them. Get them as a treat, and you know that you enjoy using colour palettes and you use them often. Don't bother getting them if you're just interested in trying out colour palettes. There are so many free colour palettes out there. On Pinterest, I used to have a Pinterest board where I would save all my colour palettes, and I'd just scroll through when I was looking at a page and going, oh, I like this colour palette, let's use that. Or even now, like with this, I couldn't find anything in my colour cubes that fit the vibe I was going for, so I searched Blackberry and Gold colour palette, and this came up. Sometimes you just need to put a couple of keywords like muted or palette, bright summer colour palette, and then that will give you some more specific ones you're looking for. Or if you want certain colours, pink and teal colour palette, and then it'll bring up some other colours to incorporate with it. Sometimes I just know a couple of colours I want, so just searching for those colour keywords is really helpful. Rebecca's here, just lurking as you're colouring. No worries, Rebecca. Apparently the colour cubes are going to be changed soon. No, the colour cubes are expanding. There's I think there's a volume 3 and 4 coming out. At least another volume. But yeah, Sarah Renee Clark has been teasing these new colour cubes on her social media recently. So I don't know when those will be out. But she's been talking about making new ones ever since she made the original ones. What I'm hoping is that we have more unique palettes, because there are some very similar palettes between the cubes. There's barely any pastel colour schemes, which I find frustrating. It's just a lot of bright colours. None of the more unique ones are really represented there. It's got some great colour palettes, don't get me wrong, but some are really similar. Like if you look up the autumn tab, there's so many which are red, orange, yellow, brown, just with the ever so slightest variation, and you're just like, what's the point of having both of these? But the way she curated them was she took colour palettes that she'd already made and curated into almost like themed sets. So she had 25 colour palettes for spring, 25 for autumn, and then she had 25 ocean inspired ones. So you've got specific themes which are reflected in the colour cube collections. So I think these may be more original and a better curation for a colour cube set, 'cause it's not based on something that she already has like existing already, if that makes sense. Design Seeds is my favourite website for colour palettes. There's one, I think it's just called Colour Palettes, that I really like. Colour Palettes. No, it's not called Colour Palettes. Coolers. You've got Coolers. Oh, I was watching making the originals redundant. No, they're definitely news. Let me see if I can sign into Pinterest, because I have so many saved on Pinterest that were from this specific website. That should work. I thought your mat was pale yellow. No, it's a very, very pale blue. It's actually a terrible colour for colouring, because it's like sometimes it just looks like an off-white, sometimes it looks more blue, sometimes it looks more yellowy. It'd be better to get a bolder colour, but I liked how kind of neutral it was. It wasn't too distracting. Right, colour palettes. What was this website called? Here, I can share the screen with you all. So for those of you that don't have the colour cubes, get a Pinterest board. Find colour palettes you like, save it to a colour palette in Pinterest board, and Pinterest will learn what you like. So I used to just scroll, go crazy scrolling to find something that I liked. And you see there's like ones with similar themes here. Because I was looking for some autumn one, looks like back when I was looking at this, and like past ones. But Pinterest has so many. I'm trying to find, there was one that was set up like that. Like similar kind of layout. Maybe it is seeds. Maybe they changed it. No, they can't have changed it, but this is what Amanda was on about, seeds. The design seeds. Has some nice colour palettes, but yeah, Lexi's back. There were ones that I used to save all the time. Sorry, I'm kind of scrolling quickly by. So I know what I'm looking for. It has a little logo in the corner. This is it. In colour palettes? No, it's not that. Yeah, I used this, colour palettes. That's what it was called. Colour palettes, and it's got a website. I knew it was something really simple. Oh, Lexi's back. Lexi's back. Right, I'm going to do some more looking. But I knew it was called Colour Palettes. Colourpalettes.com. Yeah. No, I don't know. It was a website which had loads of colour palettes on it. Yes, Lexi. Lexi is back. Yeah, I used to use Pinterest a lot. I even have like Pinterest boards for all of my books I had back at the time. And I would reorganise them and spend ages organising them so they were in order. So that they were in page order in the books. Yeah. Here, this is what I was talking about. Sarah Renee Clark had these, like this was the colour cubes before they were the colour cubes. They were available on her website, and you can see they're the exact same, and they were themed to different themes. Hello, Lexi. Hello. She's back. See, she'll leave me and then she'll come back, and then she'll leave me and then she'll come back. She always comes back. It's because I'm the only one in the house. I'm the only one here to give her attention, so she keeps coming back to me. Usually in the evening she'll sit downstairs with my mum. That's her little routine. It's definitely this one called Colour Palettes. Yeah, it is, but I just can't find the original source. I don't know. Just look up colour palettes on Pinterest, and then looking at the photo and then going through. Pinterest learns what you like and will recommend similar stuff to you when you open it up. I know Erica from Elm Colours did a great video the other day about how she finds inspiration pictures. And you can do the exact same but for colour palettes. Search them on there, and Pinterest learns what you like and what you don't like and will recommend stuff that will interest you. Yes, it will, won't it? Yeah. Lexi says yeah. She gets very vocal when she decides it's time for us to go to bed. Yeah, she'll have what we call her like mad 5 minutes. But she'll just sprint around the house. It's usually just before she needs to go to bed, and she knows she's about to go to bed, and she doesn't want to go to bed. I'm going to work on these blackberries next. I've got 90% warm grey, black grape, black cherry, and dark purple. I'm just getting my pencils organised in the right order, because black grape and black cherry look very similar. I like using Google Images for inspo, but it's becoming more and more full of AI pictures, which can be a pain. But you know what, for inspiration pictures, AI is perfect for that. I think that's what AI should be used for inspiration, for giving you ideas. I use ChatGPT quite often. I will take a picture of a page and go, generate a coloured version of this image using a pastel colour scheme, or using purple and green, and even just having a generated image may not be perfect of what exactly you want, but it gives you an idea, gives you a jumping off point. That's another video idea that's on my list to make, of how to use ChatGPT to find inspiration for colouring pages. For me, the limit of ChatGPT is the fact that, let me zoom you in again a bit more for these blackberries, is the fact that you can't upload very many pictures. You have a limit a day on how many you can do. I think it's around like 3 or 4. It's not many, so you can easily hit your limit of them generating pictures for you. Can be good for things like a glowy night forest, but if I want a good shot of an animal for a realistic palette, it's not so good. Yeah, no, you don't want an AI generated image for an actual animal. You want the real thing. For me, it's more colour schemes that I like the AI for. And yeah, just like inspiration, jumping off points. Instead of starting from a blank page with just an idea in your head, you've got a visual indication of what it might look like. I use ChatGPT to make my husband's CV up because he wants to change jobs, lol. Fair enough. My sister used it to word a thank you card the other day to some kind of distant family members. She wasn't sure how to word it. She like typed something and was like, please reword this so it's appropriate for this setting. It's good for that. It's great for summaries. When I did my Sargon translated book, I would find really long summaries on Wikipedia, and I would try and reduce it myself, but after doing like 20 of them, I was getting so tired of it. I would pop it into ChatGPT and be like, summarize this into 200 words, and boom, it would do it. And it wasn't like I was trying to sell off these summaries as my own. They were just summaries of stories. It was really good for that. They're having a lot of trouble at university and schools now with AI, and I know when I was doing uni, the fact that I didn't even do uni that long ago, it was 4 years ago. Yes, it was, Lex. It was 4 years ago, and they would do a scan for plagiarism. They had a plagiarism scan, and I'm sure they do an AI scan now. I'm sure they do when you submit projects, because I bet it will be a very large problem. Because the AI is good, but it's not good for creating unique things. Like, if the same 100 people are putting the same prompts into AI, they're going to get very similar responses. So then that'll kind of flag up plagiarism bots. I do mock-ups of my pages in MS Paint to plan my colours. It's probably a very roundabout way of doing things, but it helps me loads. I have used Procreate for that. So the app Procreate on my iPad, it's been good for that. Procreate does cost money though, and the iPad costs money, and it is an app exclusive to the iPad or to Apple. Actually, I think it is exclusive to the iPad. Don't think you can get it on phones, not fully. But I already had it because I was dabbling in digital art and that kind of got nowhere. But I already had it, so I used it for generating coloured images. Say if I had a limited colour palette and I wasn't sure how to plot those on the page, I'd use that and I could just drag and drop the colours onto that and do it fairly quickly. So then I've got an idea of how I want it to look. Remember when I was in primary 2 at 5 years old, I copied a story from a book and my teacher was so impressed at the long-winded story I had written at that age. She called my mum to tell her, oh dear. How amazing I was. And then my mum recognised the story and said, not amazing, sneaky. I think my mum had a kind of similar thing of, you're with my sister, and the teacher going, your daughter is amazing, she's always so quick at getting ready for PE and getting changed for PE. We weren't sure why, and then we realised that she was putting her PE clothes on underneath her school clothes, so she was just stripping off. And then she was ready for PE, which I'm not supposed to be doing. The whole point of changing into PE clothes is so that you keep that dirty just for PE, and so you have clean clothes for school. Yeah, she got found out. To be fair, pre-changing was a trial for many of us, so I can understand your sister there. Yeah, we the only time we would like pre-change would be for like swimming. Just put your costume on underneath. Sorry, I don't know how well you can see these blackberries because they're quite small and I've got a bit of my hand getting in the way. Just realised checking the camera that I wasn't sure how much you could see. I think that's better now though. Yeah, I'm going to finish these blackberries up and then I will sign off for tonight. I think I will do another layer of pencil for the leaves, but I'm not going to do that tonight, as it is 10:15. I've got to be up tomorrow to start work at 7. Should work out all right though, because Lexi this morning woke up will wake me up at around 6:30 or just before 6:30, and that's when I have to usually get up for work. So she'll help me actually stay awake, not fall back to sleep. I am one that sets a lot of alarms, as I don't do well at getting up early in the morning. By the time we got to your year 10, most girls just wore their school trousers and their undervest instead of getting full on changed. We bathed in Charlie Red or Impulse body sprays. We used a lot of Impulse. Loved a bit of Impulse. I think I still have some old Impulse in my room. Oh, Lexi's off. Bye bye. Bye bye. See you in a bit. Guys, I finally have pencils, gel pens and glitter gel pens ready for my full small victory page. Lol, this was fun, but I have to go to bed. See you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Good night, Leandri. Have a good night's sleep. At least you're all prepared for colouring tomorrow. Often the planning is the longest and hard. Just got the dark purple now. I'll probably end up doing a second layer on the berries as well. Christ, I can still smell the Impulse from the changing rooms. Yeah, it was Impulse for the girls and Lynx for the boys. The boys were worst with their Lynx. Yeah, you love Lynx. It was the height of cool for a girl to wear a boy's Lynx spray at one point. Not for us. Not for us, I'll be honest. We weren't actually allowed to use sprays in our secondary school because our changing room was underground and it had no ventilation, and our PE teacher would scream at us. She'd be like, "I've got asthma, I'll die if you use spray." I'm like, "I'm just putting some deodorant on." And so you'd be like, "Right, is she here? Quick." And she would confiscate your deodorant if you would spray them on. But the boys' changing rooms, theirs was normal ground level and was just off a corridor, like a main corridor in school. And core, you could smell it as soon as you walked into that section of the corridor. Girls just smelled kind of musty. Ugh, it was gross because it was underneath the school hall. It's an awful changing room. Let me zoom out. There we go. Because this is where I'm going to be finishing for today. I think I made pretty good progress. Next stream on Friday, I will hopefully finish up all the blackberries and leaves for sure. Do the flowers. I did these last bits on the vase because I've just noticed I completely missed doing these handles, and I did mean to do them. I just forgot. So I will definitely finish up doing those, and I think I'll probably do a second layer of pencil on these leaves on camera just so it's done for next stream. My husband can't spray deodorant in the same room as me. It makes me cough. I've got asthma and use spray deodorant. Yeah, a lot of kids in my school had asthma and they still used it. My 12-year-old refuses to change at school. He goes to school in his kit. My school had different uniforms for boys and girls too. Only boys had to wear ties, whereas it was optional for girls. Cue year 11 girls wearing their boyfriend's ties for clout. Yeah, my school, everyone had to wear ties, but girls had to wear skirts. There was no option for trousers, which a lot of girls found very frustrating. It didn't bother me though. You can use it, husband can't. Teenage years was so weird looking back. They were, yeah. And the fact that you couldn't use roll-on deodorant, ugh, had to be spray deodorant. And then you get to this stage, you're like, it doesn't matter, it's deodorant. Just use whatever works for you. Thanks for your kind comments, everyone. But yeah, I'm leaving it here. Finish my last bit of drink here. Yeah, ties were mandatory in mine as well. Yeah, really looking forward to seeing where the rest of the page takes me. I'm still undecided whether I want to use like a light purple for these flowers or whether I want to use like a orangey yellow. I think I'll see once I've coloured all the blackberries, because I thought maybe it would be too much purple, but now I've done these, there's not really that many blackberries, so maybe purple will be nice. But yeah, thanks so much everyone for joining me today. It was lots of fun. Great to have you keep me company, as I haven't spoken to any humans today, just Lexi being home alone, so the only humans I've spoken to are out loud online. Yeah, really appreciate you being here with me this evening. It's been great getting started in this book. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next stream. Bye everybody.